Today, well, let me start by giving a little context. Last Friday, CCE challenged me to build a Grixis Giants deck in Standard, and well, over the weekend I spent a little bit of time on it, and this is what I came up with. And my cat is making this interesting right out of the gate. How's it going, duo? Good morning. So this is Grixis Giants. So we got Blood Chief's Thirst to help slow down the opponent, because we're playing this in best of one, so we're probably gonna go up against a lot of aggro decks. Then we have Kroxa, because why not? Kroxa being a giant. Actually, Kroxa combines really beautifully with Squash, which is another key piece of removal. Squash deals 6 damage to a target creature or planeswalker, and it costs 3 less if you control a giant. So what you can do is, if you don't have any giants on the board and you have 4 available mana, you can actually throw Kroxa, go into full control mode, and then before Kroxa sacrifices himself, you can actually cast Squash for 2. So that's pretty darn useful. Other notable giants, we have Bone Crusher Giant, just because it's possibly the best giant in the game right now. It's just rock solid. It's removal. It's a body. It does everything you need it to do and more. And then we have Agar, the Freezing Flame. It's a legendary giant wizard. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, which is going to happen a lot with Squash. If a giant wizard or spell you control dealt that damage this turn, you draw a card, which is great because we need card draw. So that's our main card draw engine. Then we also have Mechagodzilla, aka the Crystalline Giant, because it is a giant. And since we're juggling 3 colors, that don't have a triome. Having a really solid giant that only costs 3 colorless, I figured was going to be useful because our mana fixing is going to be tricky. And so the less we need it, the better. Then we also have Calamity Bearer. If a giant source would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. That's just really freaking good. I don't know what else to say. And the other cool thing is this stacks. So if we have multiple Calamity Bearers, because you'll notice it's not legendary, if we have 2 or 3 of these down, they do multiply on top of each other. So that has the opportunity to be absolutely disgusting, and that's beautiful. Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for absolutely disgusting plays. That's what it's all about. Then we also have Tectonic Giant, which is just a rock-solid giant. It's a 3/4 for 4. Whenever Tectonic Giant attacks or becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, you choose one. You either deal 3 damage to each opponent, which combines beautifully with Calamity Bearer, noted, or you exile the top 2 cards of your library. You choose one of them until your next turn. You get to play that card. It's more card draw. So we have card draw and additional damage on Tectonic Giant, which is just everything we want it to be. And then we also have Thrix. And my cat is making this interesting. Imogen, I love you, but could you please not mess with my pop filter anymore? Thank you. So Thrix, the Sudden Storm, it is a 4/5 for 5 with flash and flying, and spells that cost, with converted mana cost 5 or greater, cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Oh, Sea of Thieves was a blast. We had some fun, actually. We sunk 2 boats. Yeah, it was delightful. We sunk 2 boats and I shot a Megalodon. It felt really good. So Thrix actually doesn't do much for us because he is our curve topper, aside from being a 4/5 flyer and a giant. So again, it fits the synergies and is just actually, now that I look at it, I'm not sold on Thrix being we might end up removing him from the list, but yeah. But all in all, this is the deck. This is Grixis Giants. So CC, here you go, my friend. Grixis Giants, it's here. And then as far as land goes, I put snow-covered lands in because I felt like it, basically. We also have the pathways that are relevant. All 3 of them. Then we also have Temple of Epiphany and Temple of Malice. Just because this deck is relatively slow, so having some tapped lands isn't that big of a deal, and card selection is going to come in handy. So yeah, so here's the deck. Let's give it a shot. Actually, and the more I look at it, the more amazed I am at how inexpensive these giants are. Well, CC, I didn't forget about it, so here you go. And we don't have a sideboard because this is a best of 1 deck. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and roll it out into the rank queue, see what we can do. Yeah, no, Grixis Giants, it's been on my mind all weekend. Actually, I tried a couple of different builds of it, and this one I think is the most solid. All right, let's see what we can do here. So we have Temple of Malice. We're going first. We got Bone Crusher. You know what? Let's keep this. And let's use the Temple of Malice right away so that we can make sure we draw into another land. Temple, that'll work. Not my first choice, but that's okay. Imogen, what trouble are you getting into now? Stuck for a swamp? That's just fine. I can work with that. So CC, you'll be surprised if I win more than one match? Okay. We shall see about that. Why do you say that? Oh, ramen's your breakfast? Rock on, duo. Nothing wrong with that. Elsewhere, good morning. How's it going? Let's see what we can do here. Lose. You know, I've had those days, for sure. No question about it. Do we want to squash the Kazundu Mammoth? You know what? I think I want to get another Mechagodzilla online. Let's see what we can do here. Trample and Menace. You know, that Menace is pretty darn great. I am going to go ahead and attack. Offer up the trade with the Kazundu Mammoth. And they don't take it. All right. Excuse me. Imogen, I love you. Can you please get out of my way? I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, just because it's Grixis Giants? Okay, fair enough. Zillica's Laser Breath. I think that's fair. Out of my face. All right, we're definitely going to have to squash one of those mammoths. Let me throw that on that blue in case we get a Thrix. All right, so that went squish. And I'm going to go ahead and stomp the Florahedron just for good measure. And show me vigilance. Medicine +1/+1. I'm not mad at that, actually. Let's just go face. We're trying to find a few days ago and 2 and 35. Oof. At least it was my deck, not a copy paste of someone else's. Elsewhere, I'm right there with you. I completely agree. I'm all for coming up with your own deck ideas, and I that's what I do. Rock on, Pickles. I'm glad you like it. Six to the face. Feeling pretty good about this. 2 Mechagodzillas, exactly. We are playing Grixis Giants today. That is the name of the game. That goose is annoying. Needing a shovel and heavy removal. Draw cards, gain life. Works in both Abzan and Jund. Ooh, Elsewhere. That's lovely. What you don't understand is someone hates people using net decking. Why would they post meta deck on a website for people to use? That's fair, CC. That's a fair question. I am still in deck tech mode. So let me go ahead and move over to gameplay mode. I am trying a new setup where the chat box is visible on screen, as you guys might notice. I'm taking that, and special thanks to the second Calamity Bear in hand. This means this is lethal. Colossus being MVP in many decks as predicted. I'm not surprised elsewhere. Colossus is a bomb. Got him. All right, so there we go. Off to a good start. I like hating cheese and the type of cheese people who enjoy they eat it, right? No, CC, you're not wrong. No, I don't see any. I don't think there's any like general problem with net decking. I just prefer to play with my own creations. That's all. And I realized I didn't refresh my. There we go. Okay. Graveyard Hate is great, but the 2-point drain every turn kills opponents and it keeps you alive. Oh my goodness, it's true. No, Klothos is a bomb. Just being able to consistently drain for 2. That's colossal. All right, this is an okay hand. I'm not mad at it. Going against the same 3 decks over and over. Side effect of net decking. That's fair, Pickles. I can appreciate that. Well, the thing is, people want to win is really what it comes down to, and so people will play whatever it takes to win. Although the fact that my opponent just played the World Tree leads me to believe that we're going up against something unique, and that makes me happy. Cycling a migration path? Okay, I have no idea what we're facing here, but we have a really good curve with Bone Crusher on 2 and 3 into a Calamity Bearer on 4. 10 decks capable of being top tier. Yeah, Pickles, I'd like that too. I don't know that that's possible, but it would be ideal. I'm gonna stomp your face. Sometimes you just gotta stomp a face. Oh, And you know what? That actually changed what I was gonna do. I was gonna play the Bone Crusher Giant, but instead Agar comes out. You're not against net decks generally? Nice. But you want to play something I built myself? It's the difference between building a car, house yourself, and buying one. Yeah, no, completely agree. Agar. Agar the Horrible. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go Calamity Bearer. With how hard my opponent's ramping, I have a feeling we're going to see a World Tree trigger, or at the very least an Ugin or Genesis Ultimatum coming down now. Coma, Cosmo Serpent. It's a good card. Looks very Blood Chief's Thirstable. I couldn't help but notice. Actually, I was mistaken. It's not very Blood Chief's Thirstable. Serpent Tribal with World Tree, apparently. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what we're seeing here. And Dream Trawler. Wow. So this is just 5-color good stuff. Streamlabs shows you only 1 messages because you keep skipping mine. I'm sorry, Duo. You played Mono Black Voltron yesterday? How'd that go? I apologize for skipping messages. That is never my intention. And no, my Streamlabs is not only showing 1 message. My chat window is small, but it's not that small. Went well. I'm glad to hear it. Soul Shatter and Edict Effects are doing a lot of work given the number of indestructibles around, Hollow Blade included. Oh, yes. Good call. Yeah, with that Coma down, I'm not loving our chances here. First to see 1 message time, it's the perfect crime. That's true, Pickles. That is how that would work. Even Deadweight and Erebos' intervention, getting -X works as indestructible. Mono White doesn't work either. That's true. And we still draw a card off that excess damage? Nice. Even though it didn't kill, I'll take it. And Tear the Peaks. Yep, this is definitely 5-color good stuff. It's 5-color good stuff, and they drew into a perfect ramp package to get there. Discarding card to save Hollow Blade, only to see it die anyway. They then concede. I love that moment elsewhere. Absolutely. Well, sometimes you gotta just teach. Sometimes you need to teach players how the game works. All right, and so I could have thrown Thrix there. Instead, I chose to hit Kroxa because it gets around this board stall that we've got going on here. Haven't seen Terra Mont Velis in a while. It's true. Terra Mont Velis doesn't really get a lot of love. which makes me sad. I'm not gonna lie. Well, and I guess we're gonna bust some coils. Yeah, for 12 apiece, just no big deal. Yeah, we're dead here. There's no way. Giant Killer and Field of Ruin. Okay, that makes sense elsewhere. Alright, so that was an interesting matchup. Against 5-color rampy good stuff. There's really not much we could do there. I'm checking my posture, realizing I keep leaning. I don't know why, but I find myself leaning to this side whenever I'm, like, as my default. I need to knock that off. Kind of wish we got a terror up for each color. Dragon Cycle would be sweet. Oh, Piggles, I completely agree. That would be a blast. So many 4+ creatures around Bone Crusher and Lovestruck. It's almost a guaranteed hit most games. This is true. Oh, you want to play some Magic right now, but you don't want to leave? I hear you do, Cat. It's all good. This is a pretty good hand. We can work with this. Temple of Malice, I choose you. Temple of Enlightenment, that'll work. Quick order, second monitor, right? It's a 2/1 blocker for one that can tap bigger incoming threats. That's really cool. Charmed Stray? I'll take another Blood Chief Serious. I don't know what you're planning, but I don't want to see it. Let's get that thing out of here. So you can go monitors? You know what, Duo? That's fair. I have them right behind me. I just haven't put one in a box. Later, Impassioned Orator, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, Charmed Stray in 2021, apparently. This looks like the mono white starter deck, and they are going to get very upset with me. Yogi Dead, how's it going? You play Charmed Stray? Nice. Nice, very cool. Let's go ahead and make that black, so we have the 2 black sources to escape Kroxa later. And they discarded the planes. Okay, this looks like a mono white life gain setup. Angel of Vitality, that's a good card. Let's go Tectonic Giant. So like call time weenies? Potentially, CC. I'm not sure. Banishing Light, that's a card. We played against the Surgeon Granny. There's absolutely nothing if you can keep on top of removal. Okay. I'm glad to hear it did nothing, because I feel like that card is busted. Let's go another Tectonic Giant. And if we top deck a land, we're going to be able to play Agar and the Bone Crusher Giant, which would be fun. Ooh, Luminarch Aspirant, that's a good card. I'd only play Charmed Stray to make a bunch of token copies for it. Oh, there, that makes sense. Give me card draw. Let's do another Tectonic Giant. Mono white is fun for a solid 5 minutes. Yeah, but it's mono white actually right now is in a really good spot. Yeah, mono white is surprisingly competitive right now. Definitely taking that squash. All right, do they have the combat trick? Or did they just make a mistake by clicking attack all? Yep, looks like they just made a mistake clicking attack all. And we draw a card off Aegar, which feels pretty good, and they concede. That's fair. Yep. Can Mono White ramp yet? CCE, no. Mono White can't ramp yet. Not efficiently anyway. Mono Green is still good. 27 year streak ended. No, Mono Green is still really solid. Yeah, no, Mono Green hasn't gone anywhere. That's what she said. Very nice, Yogi. Very nice. Penny Dreadful rotates in a week and 3 days. Very cool duo. Pseudo ramp, but not really. So that's your criteria, CC. If it doesn't ramp, it's not good. I mean, I can appreciate, you know, that's a simple metric that I can definitely get behind. All right, so we have Agar in hand. That Luminarch Aspirant is very Blood Chief's Thirstable or very Stompable at the moment, which is nice. So let's go ahead and hit it with the Blood Chief. Mono White ramp, land tax, and one of those treasures that draw. Oh, treasure. Yep, that's true. The one that makes treasure from drawing. Oh, Smothering Tithe. Yeah. Let's go Agar here. Birth of Meletus hitting your land 3 to 4 on time is something better than ramping. Sometimes elsewhere, that's a really good call. No, you're exactly right. Being able to hit all your land drops is critical. Banishing Light, how rude. Speaker of the Heavens, gonna get rid of that. Gonna get that gone. Better if you want to ramp with white, we just play Selesnya. Yeah, that's the best way to go, Pickles. You're not wrong. Yeah, just get green into the mix if you want to ramp. Ooh, Maul of the Skyclaves with no creature to attach it to. Ouch. That's rough. Gonna play the double blue in case we draw into Thrix. There's Calamity Bearer, and that means Agar is gonna hit for 6. Boom, baby. Just get rid of white entirely, right? You want to ramp with white, just cry about it. Yeah, that's, you know, I wish I could, oof. This is going to make short work of those blockers. It's going to make short work of those blockers, or short work of our opponent. Yeah, it should hit. All right, cool. And we can squash our way to victory. We can squash and stomp, and we'll get there. While on an empty board, they had nothing better to spend mana on, so better to cast than pass with no mana spent. I would rather pass, personally, but I get what you're saying. No matter what color needs a board wipe of some kind. Yeah, there we go. Got him. Grixis Giants, baby. It's working. Hey, how's it going, Sundew? I know, right? A casual 12 damage will hit because Calamity Bear is busted. That card is so good. Yeah, no, Agar definitely fits with Giants, Wizards, and Burn. It's true. Yeah, but no, elsewhere, I'm inclined to agree. Board wipes can be really darn useful in any color. All right, so we got Kroxa in the opening hand. It's Calamity Bearer. Did I say Calamity Bearer elsewhere? I'm sorry. Calamity Bearer, the sword that hurts Or it's bad. It's right? No, Pickles, you're not wrong. That yeah, no, this deck does, and this deck is missing Embercleave. I don't have it in here, and I probably could. What if you're running blue-eyed flyers? At that point, it's just 4 cheap flyers and a few rally wings, and you won, right? All right, so we're going up against Mill Rogues. Except they do have snow-covered islands, so let's see. I didn't realize the Modern Horizon snow-covered island was in Arena. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm having to navigate around my cat here, which is interesting. Right? Now, Blue-White Flyers is super fun. Need to play more Arena. Can't remember any good card names. Too much EDH and weird jank. No, you can never have too much weird jank, Pickles. You can never have too much weird jank. Alright, so they're gonna mill away Mechagodzilla. Oh, so they're just all in on mill. They're just probably running Teferi's Tutelage as well. We don't have a blue source. Hey! Well, we will next turn. Speak of the devil. Surrounded by girl players in disguise, right? Wow, Elsewhere throwing some shade at the turn 1 Ruin Crab. You're not wrong. A successful Questing Beast EDH deck. Isn't that just mono green good stuff? Standard, is that some Arena joke? Yeah, I mean, it certainly could be. Yeah, a successful Questing Beast EDH deck. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that just mono green good stuff? I'm gonna stomp your face. Because sometimes one must stomp a face. Questing Beast Tron. Actually, that sounds awesome, Duo Cat. Just play the Questing Beast in 99 lands, right? What more do you need? So much checks, it's got to be good in EDH, right? At least in the 99. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Questing Beast without the green. Oof. Just oof. All right. Hey, there's that blue source that we were looking for earlier. Calamity Bear, let's go. Gonna hit for a casual 8 damage. Ooh, they got the blocker. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, opponent. I'm gonna wish I had Agar down, but that's fine. Mono white QB ramp deck. Hey man, if you can pull it off, more power to you. And Kroxa is the only thing we use the graveyard for in this deck, so we don't need to be too picky about what we escape. It's a 3/4 that hits like a 6/4. Feels pretty good, not gonna lie. How many hour counters on this thing? 9? Okay. They have 5 lands. Oh, Extinction Event, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. Okay, we're gonna throw Tectonic Giant here because then we're gonna be able to throw Calamity Bearer next turn, and hit for lethal. Assuming they don't have a blocker. Really hope they don't have a blocker. If they have another Thieves Guild Enforcer in hand, which they probably do now, I'm gonna be sad. Actually, with 2 Teferi's Tutelage down, that just kills us. Dang it! We were 1 turn away. If it wasn't for that Extinction Event, we would have had it. Does White have any Transmogrify-like effects? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, I don't believe they do. Man, we were so close. We were one turn away. If it wasn't for that extinction event, we would have had him. But they got the extinction event, so we did not have him. Only for opponent's permanents. That's true elsewhere. Yeah. If only the opponent didn't play cards. Exactly, Sundu. We'd win a lot more games if our opponents didn't play cards. Yeah, you get me. Yeah, fun. It was fun. How much data are they actually getting off the smiley faces and frowny faces, I wonder? But yeah, no, white does have effects that will... Well, I mean, like Divine Gambit from Kaldheim is a white removal spell that allows you to play... allows the opponent to play any card from their hand. So that's similar to Transmogrified. It doesn't go to the library, but it comes out of the hand. But yeah, it's only on opponent's permanents, unfortunately. We're actually getting really good starting hands with this deck, which makes me happy. Did we have fun? Is just there for the same reason mobile apps have. Do you enjoy this app, right? Yeah, let's go for a second Mechagodzilla. Because why not? The goose is loose. Okay, so here's the question. Do we throw Kroxa or do we stomp the goose? I think we stomp the goose, because you gotta bolt the bird, right? Yep, no, Sundu, you and I are on the same page. They might as well reword that question. Did you win this game? Right? Elsewhere, 90% of the time, that absolutely is what they're asking. Oh, Pickles, you had a jab at girl players? I'm sorry, I missed that. Let me read back. They didn't click the data, they just keep those girl players from mindlessly clicking through Arena. Oh. Very nice, very nice. Alright, Tectonic Giant, let's go. Fleece the geese. Shock the honk. Sometimes you just got to give the goose the business. You know, I'm glad to see Wicked Wolf making a comeback because that card is insanely powerful. And there was a minute there when it seemed like people weren't respecting it for how good it was. It's gonna be a red source. I think we throw Calamity Bearer here. Yeah, you gotta fleece the geese. I know whenever I'm going up against Lotus Cobra, I always say stomp the snake. That's my expression there, because you've got to stomp the snake whenever you have an opportunity. Skyclave Apparition, man, the fact that Skyclave Apparition can hit up to mana cost 4 is redonkulous. Thrix, let's go. I mean, he has flash. I could have waited on that, but yeah, I could have waited and actually killed the Wicked Wolf, so that was a goof. Wicked Wolf from seeing play, no play to being in every deck that has food, right? It did. Yeah, no, Kaldheim did very little to mix up the meta in the end elsewhere. You're right. Except it added mono white life gain got a little bit of a bump because they added Sigrid God Favored to the mix now. You know, I was looking at a little bit of meta numbers, and that appears to have become more prominent. Tectonic Giant, let's go. Let's hold back. Shoving Scald into every deck seems like a good byproduct. I believe it. But Triumph with the Scald. Uh-oh. They're looking at my cards. I don't like that. Oh, Showdown of the Skull. Thank you, Elsewhere. Yeah. Tipple Trickery plus Drandith Magistrate, a 2-mana red counterspell. What? Yeah. Plus Drandith Magistrate? That's an interesting choice. I'm surprised they didn't go for the giant there. Well, I mean, they went for a giant, but I mean, Crystalline Giant. Tectonic Giant, let's go. Look at Wolf's like, bro, my brain worth it right now. So Drandith Magistrate, your opponent can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hand. Oh! Wow. Right, so you'd be using it offensively. That's gnarly. I like it. You know what? We don't have a good line here. Yeah, that's vicious. Only require one of dedicated colors, making virtually everything splashable. Lots of 4-color and 5-color good stuff piles. That's true. And with the addition of all the pathways now and the snow duels, we have a lot of opportunities. Don't need that. We have a lot. Mana fixing is not that big of an issue anymore. Four life linking first striker. Let's go. Give me that life gain. Didn't even throw a chump blocker in front of it? Interesting. Okay. Well, farewell, Thrix. It's been a pleasure. I'm assuming that Wicked Wolf is coming at me. Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. The issue with many cards is they require IMO. The only cards that are difficult to cast on available mana base are the ultimatums, and even that's not too bad, right? It's true. Yeah, you got to focus a little bit more on it, but you can do it. We squash the wolf here, right? Yeah, gotta squash the wolf. And we got hexproof. Woohoo! Boom, baby. I probably should have waited to squash the wolf until after ECD resolved, but that's fine. So they give me a 4/4 token. That is not insignificant here. So I want to see the Menace counter be the next one on Crystalline Giant. That would be ideal. Because then we can continue to just keep swinging without having to worry about this Yorion. Or we're top decking a Squash or Blood Chief Thirst would also be perfectly fine. Took it over for the all monocolor every day of the week. Pass your... Oh, fair enough. Another giant. Meh. We might be able to work with this. Let's see what we get. Menace. Got there. That's an unblockable 4/4 lifelinker. That feels pretty good. With first strike, no less. Trail of Crumbs. Go ahead and chat on some food. That wolf's gonna chat on some food. So Pickles, do you think land is getting too easy? I can understand that. I can appreciate that thought. I'm glad for mana fixing personally because I enjoy multicolored decks personally. They tried fixing the luck factor of Magic by making mana bases easier. However, the issue, they decided to buff ramp at the same time, making players able to cast just whatever they want when they want. And the game either fails because who has more card draw or top decks. And this works well for multiplayer formats because you can't just overvalue the guys. Because you can't just overvalue one guy and win. You got to beat the whole table. Let's go for it. They're going to chump here, and that's okay. you got to beat the whole table, but in 1v1 you just outvalue and can't be touched, or the one with, or win with one or two good top decks. You know, Pickles, that's an interesting analysis, and I think you're spot on. Farewell, Bone Crusher Giant. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, buffing ramp at the same time as fixing mana bases was potentially an issue. That's an interesting read on the situation. I hadn't thought of it that way. And let's see, do they have any food? No, they don't. I'll block the wolf. I'm okay with that. All right. Yeah, the mana bases are the quality, the colors, and the ramp is the quantity. That's a fair way to put it elsewhere. I can't speak today, Duocat? I mean, you're not wrong. Fat Nasty, thank you for the host, my friend. I appreciate it very, very much. Got him. Yes. Yorion food. Took him down. What do you mean I can't speak today, Duocat? I mean, you're not wrong. I'm tripping over my words a little bit. I didn't sleep super well last night, so that's a factor. Something in the air and it's killing brain cells, right? No, I hear you, Pickles. I'm right there with you. I think it's the lack of coffee in my veins, so let me go ahead and remedy some of that. And I have a cat right here on my microphone. I don't know if you guys can see her, but yeah, she's right up in my business, making it tricky for me. But I love her. I wouldn't have it any other way. All right. You want coffee too? Oh, Duo, go get it. Very possible. Could be a gas leak. Yeah, no, Pickles, do what you gotta do. Check that out. Sunset's been out of for a few days. Top 3 cards. Ooh, elsewhere. That's a tough one. I think I like Dream Devourer. I haven't had a chance to really use it yet, but I think that has a lot of really cool possibilities. What else? Top 3 call time cards. I think Sigrid Godfavored is fantastic. So that's up there. Tongue Sponge, how's it going? Edgy, right? Binding of Old Gods, Doomscar, and Kaya. Elsewhere, those are probably correct. No, Binding the Old Gods is shockingly good. Yeah, Doomscar is also fantastic. No question about it. Mechagodzilla, let's go. Huge Mountain Island and Swamp fan. Can't play without him, right? I'm right there with you, Pickles. Biased Abzan player. Oh, nothing wrong with that elsewhere. No, Abzan is a load of fun, actually. My favorite commander deck is Abzan at the moment. He's got no pants. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Cultivate. It's a good card. That's a very good card. All right. Tectonic Giant. Let's go. Let's get some of that card draw going. Or let's pull some removal. Abzan is black, white, green. Yeah, red, black, white is Mardu, which for some reason I always get mixed up. Drifting into Jund, now the mana base can support it. Klotz is too good, plus Tibble the Planeswalker. Ooh, yes, Elsewhere. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a load of fun. Yeah, Calamity Bear is for sure happening. And we have Stomp mana back. Oh, no worries, Tongue Sponge. No worries at all. Goldspan Dragon. That's pretty good. So if we throw the Calamity Bearer out, we can get our opponent down to 2. So what we do is we stomp here first, and then swing in for the win. Booyah! Yeah, for some reason blue is you. Binding, fetching, triumph, snow duels, Abzan with Tybalt being the only card. Yeah, good game. Exactly. Yeah, my opponent sees it. Yeah, Tectonic Giant accounts for 12 damage with Calamity Bearer down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was nice. Alright. Yeah, Abzan with Tybalt being the only red card. Single red, turn 8 or 9. Yeah, you can make that work. Yeah, let's swear, you can absolutely make that work. When will Thrones be out of standard officially? What do you mean by that, Fat Nasty? Oh, Throne of Eldraine? Yeah, it's in the next rotation, which was going to be in, I believe, September. Yeah. Yeah, August, September, somewhere in there. Okay, so you know what? This Grixis Giants list is actually pretty solid. I'm enjoying it a lot. Not quite as much as I'm enjoying this coffee, but that's okay. And if you know any coffee companies that are looking for a spokesperson, I'd be more than happy to show for them on stream. Just throwing that out there. I'll take Agar. I'm cool with that. Yeah, U is because it's the first letter that isn't shared with black. Easily enough. Mono white ramp is full on illegal. I didn't realize that. Glathis, I choose you. You create a coffee company for I know nothing about coffee. I do not take criticism. Pickles, that's hilarious. I appreciate it, my dude. I'll be more than happy to shill Pickles brand coffee. Because there's nothing quite like the smooth, rich taste of Pickles brand coffee. All right, let's go snow-covered island into Mechagodzilla. Ching ching. Having too much fun with this morning, you guys. All right. I'm having way too much fun with this. So CCE, thank you for the deck building challenge on Friday. I appreciate it because this is what we've come up with. Hi ho, Silver! Away! How's it going, Crimson? Welcome, welcome. Let's go Agar. The freezing thickening powder. Okay, let's go. Gonna eat up one of those walls in all likelihood, but that's okay. Gotta bust through them eventually. You know, Pickles, that sounds like a heck of a book. Solemn. It's a good card. Can't be mad at it. I mean, I could be, but it'd be unreasonable. A Doomscar in your future? Uh-oh. They don't have anything foretold. Imogen, what are you doing? And you're probably right. There's probably a Doomscar coming. You want the Bone Crusher? I do like Bone Crusher. We don't need him here though. You know what? Let's take him. Why not? And Ugin. Oh, for sure. When pigs fly, nice. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let's go Tectonic Giant. So there could be a Doomscar in the near future. But I want to draw cards in the meantime. Or deal damage to my opponent. Either way I win. And Menace, baby. I don't draw a card, but neither do you. Mwahaha. You know, Sundu, I have not heard about the little person psychic who robbed a bank and is now on the run. Any Kaldheim commanders you should play, Duocat? I think Koma, the World Serpent, is pretty fantastic. Small, medium, at large. Very nice. Very nice, Sundu. That's hilarious. Yeah, oh, Halvar, the god of battle? Yes. No, Halvar is fantastic. I completely agree. Second that. Toralf, actually, the god of war, if I'm not mistaken, is shockingly good. Like, way better than I had given him credit. Let's go ahead and stomp there. I don't want to draw a card off Solemn here, or off of Agar's ability, so that's why I didn't stomp the second one. And here's where the board wipe comes in, but let me throw out the Bone Crusher Giant anyway, because we have Thrix back, as well as another Bone Crusher Giant. So if they have the Doomscar, I'm going to make them use it. Oh, Toski, the Bearer of Secrets. That squirrel was fantastic. Courtesy of 1997. I love it. It's a mono green poison. Seems legit. Doomscar. Yep, you called it. How's coffee even made? You get beans. Yep. Then you gotta roast the beans first, and then you gotta grind them. All right, Bone Crusher's back again. Tell a friend. Those Maze Mind Tomes are annoying. That makes more sense than squeezing juice out of beans. Yep. What is I am playing Ugin written all over his face? Oh, totally. It's right there. You can see it right on the avatar's forehead. It's like, so I play Ugin. Yep, got it. Yeah, that's exactly what we're holding back the Blood Chief Stars for. All right, opponent. They have the 8 mana. You want an Agar powder? There it is. Pickles, that's about right. I certainly can't say that you're wrong. All right. And this is mono white control, which is interesting, and it's working. Tormod's Crypt, well, yeah, that makes sense to have that in the main deck. Being mildly salty, because that's going to mess with Croxa, but not the end of the world. We weren't going to escape it anytime soon anyway. So you played a 45 to 60 minute game where you beat the opponent's 4 Ugins. Oh my goodness. Kaya emblem out, so they just kept bringing my Kaya back and exiling their 4 Ugins. Elsewhere, that's fantastic. I mean, it sounds rough for sure. But well done beating them. Another Maze Mind Tome, sure. Dirtly. Thank you for the clip, Duo. Appreciate it. I don't mean to be roping here. You do see kitty ears, Arhenia. How's it going, Arhenia? Welcome. And Agar, the freezing flame. Let's go for response. How rude. Oh, Crawling Barrens is fantastic, and Faceless Haven is another good one. Banishing Light. Oh my goodness, get out of here with that nonsense. Yes, target Agar. Don't target the Crystalline Giant. Whatever you do, you better not target that Crystalline Giant. I'm just saying that because Crystalline Giant is absolutely the correct thing to target here. Yeah, why does no one want to play with me, right? It's just mono white control. It's just mono control. That's all it is. Go hexproof, right? Solemn, we've got Menace, which is good. 3 Banishing Lights, better roll hexproof so they don't top deck the next one. Right, and they will. Yeah, no, we're gonna need hexproof on this Mechagodzilla, otherwise that's exactly what's gonna happen. We've also have seen them run Doom. Oh, they just scryed to the top. That's not good. First strike, that's not helpful here. Helia's intervention, end of turn, kill 5 of your items. Oof, that would be nasty. Swift response, how in the heck? All right. Oh, I think the one you're thinking of is Barrier Breach, I want to say. Yep, and there's Ugin. No one's surprised. Yeah. Oh, they're rocking Puppet Jace too, which is just adds another level of annoyance. Really? You're surprised, Crimson? Get him -3, kill all those banishings. Oh, that'd be fantastic. I don't know how, you know, that's, I probably should have done that. Except, I don't know. I don't think I had enough gas to force the -3, because everything I had right now could be killed by his +1. Papa Jason, his avatar, Ugin cards, AI was Texas from the internet for 15 years to play Magic. Yeah, pretty much. No, Pickles, that sounds about right. Birth of Miletus, so they get another wall. Okay, fine. Excuse me. Wall being very squashable, though. But he played Stasis decks back in the day, too. Oh, I'm sure he did. Well, because he's trying to get that experience here. You know, Crimson, that'd be awesome. Yeah, playing this guy with your Brash Tawner deck. I'd love to see the reaction with Star of Extinction hits the field. Make him wish he was playing aggro, right? Another swift response. Yeah, no, that's the plan, Arania. Yeah, we got to keep the squash for the Crawling Barrens. Now, the correct answer, he should just take this. But he's not going to. And that's okay. Because that means we draw a card. Sounds good to me. So why no Quakebringer in this deck? Tongue Sponge, that is a great question. I probably should have Quakebringer in place of Thrix. To be honest, I don't have them in my collection. But no, Quakebringer would work nicely in here. Yeah, Quakebringer, it's a mythic, and I couldn't bring myself to spend the wild cards. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the only reason. No, Quakebringer would be great in here. No, actually, 2 Quakebringer in place of Thrix is probably the correct answer. I should probably craft those. Bite the bullet, make it happen. Come on. Come on. Turn into a creature you don't even want to. Yeah, you did. Unfortunately, there's only one of them, but still. Why not wait for Realm Cloak? Or there not enough white giants too? A little bit of that. Partially, it's the challenge was to do Grixis Giants, and so I specifically wanted to build Grixis Giants. But a white variant with Realm Cloak would be fantastic. And that's gonna draw me a card. Thank you, Calamity Bearer. Bloodchief Thirst, that does nothing against the Crawling Barons, unfortunately. It will be useful against their next Ugin, but yeah. A challenge, yes, that's the third unforeseen reason. That'd be crazy. Imagine playing a Magic game where you could trade and buy, right? That'd be awesome, Tongue Sponge. Jeskai Giants, that could be the next one Duo Cat, absolutely. Oh, he can get Ugin back off ECD, it's true. So crush the weak because all the creatures have 3+, so they would live through it. Ooh, you know what? That sounds like a really good piece of sideboard tech elsewhere. No, I like that. So if we were to build a best of 3 version of this deck, putting those in the sideboard would actually make a lot of sense against Agar decks. Commander Legends was good on theory, yeah. Drafted, sealed, and Commander free play. Okay. Hexproof. Show me hexproof. You're not hexproof. Red deck wins the scoots, but Clerics gets too big too quickly. That makes sense elsewhere. Well, and against control decks like this, that have very few creatures, it's not going to do much. Does a full account show more games in the free play? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. You can't buy or trade singles without the account upgrade. That makes sense. Man, I'll just talk about MTGO. Like, I wish that I had gotten into MTGO back when it was. Well, I guess here's the question though, guys. Do you think that Arena is the reason that MTGO is less popular now than it used to be, or is it just the age of the client at this point? You only started playing it about 2 months ago? Oh, nice, Tongue Sponge. You think Arena and the UI? Yeah, that makes sense, Pickles. Because if people need their Magic fix, Arena's, you know, where more people are. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense for me to Bloodchief's Thirst their Ugin this turn, which means they're going to get to ult it. Fart. I don't like that. Unless we get a Bone Crusher off the top. Bone Crusher or Squash off the top. That way we can hurt their Ugin without killing. Actually, no, they won't be able to ult it. My bad. I'm still going to attack it. Oh no, they will be able to ult it. I was thinking it was a -11 for some reason. Give me cards. MTGO saw growth last year? Really? I didn't realize that. I really don't want them ulting that Ugin. Yeah, no, Book, I had no idea that MTGO saw growth last year. That's awesome. Everything that doesn't entail physical interaction. I mean, last year was a unique year. That's true. Man, Imogen is in rare form today. Which, I don't mind. Let's be honest. It's fun. You know, I don't, you know, when it comes to MTGO, whether or not MTGO is dead, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Not paying money to play a game, I just paid money for it. That's fair. No, Pickles, I can understand that. That's a feel bad for sure. Well, Pickles, then it sounds like, yeah, biggest winners of 2020, if you can use the word in context. Yeah, Netflix, gaming, streaming, takeaways, Amazon, delivery companies. It's true. 2020 was a really good year to start streaming, let me tell you. Yeah. Yeah, we're just dead here. There's no way. I think an empty crowd was weird at first. They all pretended like there still was one. Oh, really? Yeah, that'd be awkward. I think that's fine, but don't say it's dead because it's not dead until Watsi decides it is. That's a fair point. I can appreciate that, Duo. I was dead 10 to 15 turns ago. Oh, totally. No, elsewhere, you're exactly right. Taking the removal from the first giant tick to destroy you, you're going to keep the one in your hand for the revive? Maybe? I mean, possibly. Like, that would have helped Arhenia, but I don't think it would have. I don't think that would have been enough. Yeah, oh, and elsewhere, that's fair. And I'm actually right there with you. Like, the Moto interface is really clunky and awkward. If it wasn't for that, I probably would play it. When you're registered after you play a few games, you have to play. Bottom line, the graphics isn't very catchy in 2021. Oh, for sure. Lone, Locatus, you're exactly right. Imogen, what are you doing? Other than messing with my microphone. Two-lander, I'm not feeling that good about that, even though actually these are two lands that will allow us to play out Kroxa. There we go, this is better. I can work with this. Yeah, caring about graphics in a card game. Book, that's a fair point. And for me, it's not the graphics necessarily. It's more just the gameplay interactions. Accidentally registered, paid, and installed MTGO back when you wanted to start with MTGA. Didn't play a single game on there because the graphics style is so meh, right? Yeah, the graphics doesn't equal the UI or interface. That's true. There is a difference. Snow Covered Mountain, Croxa, let's go. We're going up against Yorion, the Sky Noodle. All right, we got Sultai. This is going to be rough. Yeah, you do have to upgrade your account for money, so it's true. The game is not totally free. Let's keep Stomp Mana back. Blood Chief's Thirst, you already have one. Let's let it go. MTG is the first pay-to-win card game. I don't understand why the Kappa's there. Binding the Old Gods with nothing to target. Oh, interesting. Another Kroxa? Don't mind if I do. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw Bone Crusher out now. It's pay to compete. Major difference. Ooh, that's true. No, Book, you're right. Putting in the minimum amount of money is trivial. Not sure why people are so against it. I can appreciate that elsewhere. If you get hours of entertainment out of something, paying a little bit of money into it, I think the question is a matter of, is it, you know, when is it too much? What's a reasonable amount? I think those are the questions that people have. You pay for cards to win matches? Oh, I mean, you pay for cards in order to compete, but you still need to be able to play the game in order to win. But you do, I mean, you do need to have the cards. The comparison to MTGA, because that is free. Yes. No, that's fair, Hanya. That Elder Gargaroth looks quite squishable. Squash. Wahaha. Because sometimes you just gotta squash. The cards retain value and they can be resold later. Yeah, this is all true. Essentially 30-40 packs per month for free. Yeah, you know, elsewhere, that's an interesting way to put it, as long as you're playing. I'm gonna go ahead and... I don't have a second Black Mana source. Oof, that feels bad. That feels real bad. And packs are 8 cards or so. This is true. We need a Black Mana source off the top, and we need it yesterday. Healthy gameplay loose and play in early model leaves to be more generous. I can appreciate that, Pickles. I see all of these. All these points are legit. He's gonna probably double block here. No, just a single. Okay. Crack wild cards and packs, though. Just go to LGS and redeem it for whatever. Oh, that'd be amazing. Maybe 4 copies of the cards and they give you the same commons instead of anything or the rest of the account's life. Yeah, that is kind of annoying, Tongue Sponge, but it is what it is. There's that Black Mana source we were looking for. Get out of here, Garrick. One just play 50 to 100 per expansion. One just completely free to play just to see what the difference is. Ooh, and elsewhere, I'm definitely curious to hear your findings. They have another Garrick? Ugh, I say. It's free, you can build 1 to 2 tier 1 decks. Paid, I can build all of them. That makes sense elsewhere. I believe it. Those wolves are getting out of hand. All right, we're going to be able to escape Kroxa next turn, which is nice. I don't think it's nice enough, unfortunately. Oh, and there's Zugan, of course. Oh, Locutus of Borg, nice. A Locutus, of course. For some reason, I was slow on the uptake there. Wish they give rares more than mythics, to be honest. If one rare got 19 mythics, I believe it. They theoretically give more rares than mythics, but doesn't often pan out that way. -2, farewell all those wolf tokens, but also farewell Kroxa. So glad to rotate out Love Struck and Bone Crusher. Oh my goodness, yes. Just so we can have some variety. No, elsewhere, I completely agree. Eldraine rotating out is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. There will be much rejoicing. Oh, we gave the LGS wildcards. Got it. Yeah, no, the LGS, you know, if I could walk into an LGS with a little slip of paper and say, I'll take a foil Jace the Mind Sculptor, please. Yeah, that'd be pretty gnarly. Anyone who spent $10 or more in Arena should keep his opinions on MTGO and Paper Magic. You do non-return investments on your money on the same game. That's fair. All right, Arhenia, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of the day at work. I don't really hate Eldraine. I just feel like the power level on Throne of Eldraine was so high that other sets are just having a really hard time competing with it. And so I think it's going to be a beautiful thing once Eldraine rotates out, because we're going to be able to actually brew again, which, you know, right now it feels like if you're not brewing around Eldraine cards, there's no point. And when every game is Lovestruck Beast into Great Henge into Ugin, it's kind of, I don't know, it gets old after a while. Refuse to pay for something that is advertised as free. Oh, I can appreciate that, Sundu. Absolutely. Buying digital gold and then being able to resold instead of actually gold or crypto. It's Arena versus paper and MTG. That's true. Thank you, Lucius. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. Put money into both. Quit Moto purely for interface being like fighting against me 90% of the time. That's fair. Tongue Sponge, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very, very much. Oh, sword. Yeah, no, Embercleave. Like, yeah, no, I use Embercleave in some of my decks, and at this, I'm still gonna be happy when it rotates out. Yeah, no, because I just enjoy brewing fun, unique decks. You know, like when a new set comes out, I see it as a bunch of new toys that I can build some new, cool new things around. And for as long as Eldraine's in the format, we're not gonna be able to do that really. Yeah. Gave up on new MTG releases. Yeah, no, you should just invest in Throne of Eldraine and call it a day if you want to win games. Embercleave and Torbrand came out of the same set. Yeah, Embercleave and Torbrand came out in the same set. There have also been a handful of bans from that set, and neither of them were Torbrand or Embercleave. Right? How nuts is that? Yeah, that set also saw Lovestruck Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, the Great Henge, Questing Beast. Like, Eldraine was stacked. Fires of Invention was Throne of Eldraine, don't forget. Oko, yeah. So much. There was so much nonsense in that set. It's ridiculous. Torbrand Cleave is not even the most powerful combo, right? Not by a long shot. Yeah. Embercleave would be just fine if they remove Flash. 90% of the time it would still do the exact same thing. Yeah. You know, if they remove Flash, it would function completely differently, but I'd be okay with that. What do we... This one's the... Let's go ahead and throw the black down so that we have it. Agar. Yeah, it would never cost less without Flash. That's true. Unless they change the wording on it. Or if they changed it so you could only attack one, or you could only cast it once attackers are declared before blockers were declared. Something like that would be fine, I think. Embercleave's most OP combat trick in the market should also be on a permanent installment, right? I can appreciate that. The Eldraine cards that decay, you know, would be funny. What are some... Right, Sundu? Absolutely. All right, let's see. right, so we have, let's go Calamity Bearer. The Bearer of Calamities. And we're going to attack for 6. Now, they do have 4 mana back, so they could cycle another Shark Typhoon or hit the Calamity Bearer with the Disdainful Stroke. Ooh, and Frostbite. All right, touche. Can't wait for Adventure Dual Face cards. Now we see 4 options per cards, right? The Arena base set. Oh, yeah? Why do you hate the Arena base set so much, Pickles? Imogen, please don't sit on my keyboard. I love you, but please don't sit on my keyboard. Let's go Temple of Malice. You can let Squash go, because our opponent's not giving us much that's particularly squashable. So, is it just me, or have we gone up against control decks every single match today? And I'm trying not to be hyperbolic here. No, we went up against a mono white aggro early on. But no, he's got no pants. You wouldn't be able to calculate the discount without yeah, you wouldn't be able to calculate the discount without being able to flash Ember Cleave in. Take this form as it rotates, right? Okay, bear with me now. What if we add cards that will never rotate? I mean, that's true. And that is obnoxious. No, Pickles, I can understand that. On principle alone, that's obnoxious. It's an uncounterable squash, which is pretty fun. And I'm waiting until their blue mana was tapped to cast out Thrix. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and squash their Brazen Borrower. That way the Frostbite resolves, but it's not enough damage to kill Thrix. Calamity Bear, let's go. Yeah, no, that's true. No, the Ajani's Pridemate, the Hollowed Priest or whatever it is, the Ajani's Pridemate clone that came out in the Arena base set, I was not happy with that. Yeah, no, it's the same thing, except instead of being a 2/2, it's a 1/1. But otherwise, it's the exact same card. Yeah. And now he just have 8 Ajani's Pridemates. Like in Historic? Absolutely. Yeah, how crazy is that? Yep, you got to keep your blockers back, Chief. Hmm. 3 Shark Typhoon cycles. No big deal. There's still a chance. There's still a chance here. Dang it. I was hoping they weren't going to do that. Kroxa, I choose you. We don't have the mana to escape Kroxa this turn, unfortunately. We need another black mana source to pull that off. Right? Life gain cards are nutso. Alright, escape Kroxa. I didn't mean to put that stop there. 3 Typhoon cycles and no plays. Man, opponent just choosing to not have fun, right? Absolutely. Because what's the point in having fun? Am I right? Playing shark skill, right? All right, they finally got rid of that Thrix. Shark still without standstill, right? Gotta get out of gold, right? That's exactly right. I mean, the season just started, so I think a lot of people are in gold who would rather not be. Agar. Let's go. So far we've gone up against Mono White Control, we've gone up against Izzet Control, we've gone up against Sultai Control, we've gone up against, what other control decks have we gone up against? That Mono White Control is far and away the nastiest. Yeah, I don't love all these control matchups, but at the same time, what are you gonna do? Show me hexproof. Show me hexproof. Come on, hexproof. Yes! Got him. You have so much time to spend, just end up in the 99% of Mythic. Why not just enjoy yourself in the lower ranks? You still raise ranks, right? I'm gonna go ahead and punch with Agar here. Let's see if... do they take it or do they block? They block. Alright, cool. I'm alright with that. They got me on a 2-turn clock with the Goldspan Dragon, which doesn't feel good. Because Goldspan Dragon is a heck of a card. Come on, Squash off the top. Show me Squash off the top. You're not Squash. Off the top. Or otherwise, for that matter. And with that, we did. Because Crystalline Giant did not get reach or flying. Alright. Yeah, no, and Pickles, I did the exact same thing. Like, or I personally play all kinds of weird, goofy stuff when I'm in the lower ranks, just because I don't know. I feel like the pressure's off in in those ranks. You know, I'm not chasing a title here. Roiling Vortex, Archon of Emeria, Tybalt's Trickery. Okay, we can do that. Roiling Vortex, Archon of Emeria. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that right now. I'm thinking, the book, I think that's gonna be tomorrow's stream. Or no, tomorrow's Talking Tuesday. So Roiling Vortex, Archon of Emeria, and Trickery. Okay. So, book, we will absolutely build that. Now, I only have about half an hour or so. Do you want me to build that today, or do you want to build that another day? With Archon, they can't cast the spells off Trickery. Oh, book, I love that. And so Roiling Vortex puts pressure on while Tybalt's Trickery just stops what they're doing. Gotta listen to it. Rock on, Sundew. Have a good one, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Whatever, you got it, bug. And then with Roiling, they take 5. Oof. Okay, no, book, you got it. And Sundew, thank you for the host, my friend. I appreciate that very, very much. I should probably pay attention here. Let's go. Blight Step. Do we Blood Chief Search the Scorpion? No, we're gonna have better targets later. Whatever's best for me. Okay, cool. Thank you, Book. I appreciate that. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is with challenges like this, I want to give them the proper time they deserve. So actually, we could end up building that deck, and it could be tomorrow's stream. You know, generally we do Talking Tuesday. We can still do a Tuesday where the Overthink MTGs are free, but we can play some gameplay, and I'd be all for that. Agar, the freezing thickening powder. Let's go. You got a dip. Okay, rock on, Pickles. Have a good one. This has been super fun. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Yep, I will see you tomorrow. Imagine you've been in my business this whole time. Like this whole time. Usually I get a little bit of a break. All right, let's go ahead and throw Mechagodzilla. And let's start swinging. Shall we? Let's shall. For a Crystalline Giant. All right. Yeah, there's no snooze button for a cat that wants attention. This is true. Ooh, Dirge Bat. Flashing in the Dirge Bat to kill Agar. Very nice. Very nice, opponent. That was a good play. I was not expecting the Dirge Bat. Farewell, Crystalline Giant. It's been a pleasure. Ow, ow. All right, what do we got? You know what? Let's throw Agar down. I was going to save it for Thrix, but I think I'll wait. Or for breakfast, for that matter. This is true elsewhere. This is very true. Baneslayer. Classic. Let's get rid of that Baneslayer before it gets an opportunity to do anything nasty. And block it. Come on, block it. You know you want to. Actually, double blocking with the Charming Prince and the Serrated Scorpion is probably the right call. Let's go Charming Prince, and let's assign all the damage to the Charming Prince so I can draw a card. Aha, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Thrix. Thrix is fine. I used Thrix to pretty good effect in our last game, but this game it's not really doing much for us. Bone Crusher, however, is phenomenal. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is actually pull Thrix in favor of Quakebringer. I think that's what we're going to do next. But we do get to do this, which is kind of fun. Flashing in Thrix out of nowhere feels nice. We hate Bone Crusher because it's great, basically. Yeah, that's about right. Pretty sure we got this. Shatter Skull Smashing, maybe. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, elsewhere, that's actually probably a really good call. Yeah, Shatter Skull Smashing in favor of Thrix. Yeah, we got there. Booyah. Shatter Skull Smashing can hit Ugin. Ah, it's true, it can. You know what? I think you're onto something there. Let's do that. Okay, so yeah, 2 Shatter Skull Smashing in favor of that, which means that Agar is our only blue spell in the whole deck now, which it's fine by me. So this is really just mono red giants with Kroxa and Agar, which I'm okay with. You shave of bad cards and realize they're all in one color, right? Yeah. Yep. I didn't mean to make a monocolor deck. I just happened to have made a monocolor deck. And actually, mono red giants would be perfectly viable, I think. 5-color jank that ends up in 2 colors with Uro. Right? No, Book, I've been there. I've definitely been there. When building decks, colors get changed out when I realized I had to cut most of them. Yeah, no, I do the same thing. We're gonna go Lava Glide and then Blight Step. That way we can hit Croxa. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, and I realized I don't have my game audio on. Why don't I have my game audio on? Oh, so much better. See, the problem is I play Magic on the weekends and I'll mute it a lot of the time because I'll have like a stream up or something on the other screen. And thank God for the clone feature. Oh my goodness, yes. So I go back to the original configuration if you knew once. Yes. No, I love that. I'm gonna give him 1 turn with the goose. Let's see, I might regret this. Keep all the lands you like when making new decks? Absolutely. No, you gotta keep the lands. No, I like that. No, the clone feature on in the deck building is clutch. Ooh. If there was any question about whether or not I was gonna remove that, it's gone now. Somebody's gonna get squashed. Because sometimes people just got to get squashed. And then Crox is gonna hit their hand too. That actually was a really bad turn for our opponent. It was a really bad turn for our opponent. Squash at 2 mana is insane, right? Oh, in limited, it's nutso. Oh, and they had the Fable Passage to back it up. Of course they did. Good thing we have the Blood Chief's Thirst, so we're going to be able to get rid of the Scoot Swarm before it has an opportunity to go off. Oh, no, wait, we can't. Oh, crap. Well, let's deal some excess damage, shall we? Directly to our opponent's face. All right, if they insist. I'm not going to stop them. All right, so we need another black mana source. You're not a black mana source. But it looks like our opponent is stuck on 4 lands, which is good for us. It's very good for us. And they have to block here. Otherwise, they're just dead. Crush the Weak. Ooh. That's right. That was a call out in chat. You're right, Elsewhere. Crush the Weak would be good. They're not blocking with their insect tokens. I'm kind of confused. Yeah, Crush the Weak would be a good one. It would definitely fit nicely in this moment. Crush the Weak would be fantastic. The new Pyroclasm, exactly. All right, we need a black mana source off the top so we can kick Blood Chief's Thirst and get rid of that Pouncing Shore Shark. Yeah, we need to get rid of that Mutate stack. We need to do it yesterday. You're not what I ordered. Well, crap. Calamity Bearer, I guess, is coming in to cause some calamity. Only downside is that it's sorcery, but you can foretell it. Oh, okay. Cast for 1 red together with Stomp for bigger targets. Oh, there you go. Went through the whole set to see if any cards try and Rakdos Pyromancer, and literally 0 cards in Historic. Oh no! Yeah, Asterix is pretty good, but they didn't have the mana to... They're offering a trade? They're offering a trade with their Mutate stack? Wow. I'm going to take it. That's a 3-for-1 and I get a card. Seems like kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, while tapped out, exactly. And we're gonna force them to discard that last card in their hand. Let's see. Scoot, all right. Show me land. What'd you draw, opponent? Ooh, that was actually a pretty good draw. All right, Crystalline Giant needs to get flying here. They're going to attack with the Auspicious Sterix. I'm going to be sad. No, they're not. Snow-covered island. You're also not what I ordered. Tectonic Giant, let's go. Come on, show me flying. That's not flying. That's not flying at all. Yeah, that Parcel Beast off the top was actually a really good pickup from our opponent. Oh, you haven't played Standard since pre-Kaldheim? Really? The uncommon Is a Giant Saga is not playable? It's not that it's not playable. Invasion of the Giants is solid. Yeah, we could probably put Invasion of the Giants in here. I played it in Limited quite a bit. Dude appear in 5 turns. Please take a number, right? That sounds about right. This is also not the Black Mana Source that I needed. Flying! Yay! So with Tectonic Giant, you know what? Actually, no, let's wait. Hold. Hold. All right, so if they get another mutate, if they get another mutator, we could be in rough shape here. Those Parcel Beasts are putting in work. I'm so glad they don't have a Scoot down right now. Polywog Symbiote, okay, fine. Another card in the hand. They have 4 mana available. What can they do with that? It's a Migratory Greatheart on an Auspicious Sterix. That's a pretty good move. I'm really glad they didn't put that on the Pouncing Shore Shark, which they have under this Parcel Beast. Do you see anywhere if the opponent's playing on mobile? I don't. Ooh, a Luna. Crap, that changes things. Unless we get a Black Mana Source, in which case we kick Bloodchief Thirst, kill a Luna, swing for the win. Like an indicator or something? I don't think so, Book. I hope that's there. I haven't seen anything like that yet. Dang it! It's so close to what we need. It's so close, but it's not there. If we had top decked a Swamp, we would have had the win. Because mobile's quite laggy. Oh, gotcha, Pro Black Knight. It was taking 5 ever. I see what you did there. Very nice. Yeah, this mana base needs some work. Menace, show me Menace. Come on, Menace. Yes! All right. We still got there. You don't see avatar shifted. Play speed might be a tell, but so many slow players on before mobile. This is true. There's no way to tell from your perspective if your opponent's playing on mobile. Got it. Yep, you need a second blocker. You need a second blocker for the Crystalline Giant, and you don't have it. That means Giants for the win. Woo! Grixis Giants is working. Okay, so this Roiling Vortex Tibble's Trickery deck, I'm very much looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I only have another 8 minutes or so when I'll be able to play here. So let's go ahead and jam one more match with the Grixis Giants, and then I'm gonna have to call it a day, unfortunately. Thank you for the follow, Power of War 1. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, I need to tweak this mana base. This needs a lot of work. I've never heard that before. You know, Elsewhere, you're not wrong. Check VODs and rewatch that deck, so don't worry about me when streaming it. Okay, Book, I appreciate that. And actually, one of the reasons that I set my stream up so that the chat appears on the is partially the reason that I have the chat set up now is I'm gonna start posting my VODs to YouTube more consistently. So that's gonna be a place where you can see the VODs as well. Okay, Book, I appreciate that. I'll make sure animation leg out harder than others. Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, no, I'll make sure that it's out there for you. And thank you for being so gracious about that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's make that a black source. Doesn't really matter. We have plenty more blue, and we have the Blood Chief's Thirst, so I want to make sure we can actually cast it this time. Oh yeah. Oh, as far as mobile is concerned, I was expecting it to be rough too. Absolutely. We're going up against Shrines. Nice. Is it full 5-color Shrine action? That'd be pretty slick. Thirst Remaining, discarding Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. All right, makes sense. And now I'm sad that we don't have enough red sources to actually cast out a Tectonic Giant here. And we're not going to have any good squash targets because our opponent's rocking enchantments. Shrines win big or fall flat. Seems like ground. There's a little ground in the middle. You're not wrong. Earned Epiphany and comma, all that stuff, and oh boy, does it have trouble doing those. I believe it. Okay, that hurt. Okay, next turn we're going to throw the Calamity Bearer and swing for the win, assuming they don't wrath the board, which they probably will. I'm guessing we have a Doomscar incoming. You can actually... All right, they're using all targeted removal here, which is nice, and hexproof is golden. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances here. Let's see. Shadow the Sky. There it is. Dang it. So much for that idea. Calamity Bear. Let's go. Sanctum Ball. There it is. Does our opponent have removal for the Calamity Bear? If they don't, they're going to be sad. And they don't. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Magic, thank you for the host. Appreciate you guys. Boom, baby. Casual 12 damage. Calamity Bear with another Calamity Bear on the field. That's pretty nice. And they're probably gonna get a board wipe here. If they don't have a board wipe, I'll be shocked. And No Pants, thank you for the host. I appreciate it very, very much. Yep, the white mana from the Sanctum Fruitful Harvest. That's a Shadow of the Sky if I ever saw one. Is there another Shadow or maybe a Doomscar coming in? Some Virgin Ultimatum, right? Wait a minute. What instant speed chicanery do they have access to here? Do they have enough white? Yeah, they do have enough white mana to do this. Dang it! Oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. Ah, and we lose to Shrines. They're gonna get the last one. They're gonna assemble Shrine Voltron, and that's gonna be that. I know how this ends. Wow, wow. Alright, well, that's okay. These things happen. This has been super fun, you guys. Unfortunately, the time has come. I should probably get ready for work. Can you squash your own draw? I mean... Oh, that's a good question. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't squash your own stuff to draw. That's a great call, though. I appreciate that thought. I wish that was an option. Yeah. All right, so unfortunately, the time has come. I need to go get ready for work, but this has been an absolute delight. I love you all. Let's see, where can we throw a raid out to? Let's scroll to the bottom. Let's find somebody who's getting started. Oh man, Pakor, thank you for hanging out. This has been a blast. Absolutely. Have a nice day as well. Shouldn't Ravenform be great in this deck? Ooh, there you go. Giving them tokens to kill. Actually, Book, that's a really good call. Ravenform actually in that deck would work pretty well. No, you're absolutely right. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and throw a raid out there. All right, guys. Well, have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. And I'll be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. You guys know where to find me. All right. Later, everybody.
You go from having 40 life to only needing 10 counters, and it's really annoying. So I'm going to pass on playing that strategy.